Hi everybody and welcome to today's session. Today we'll be trance channeling Ascendant Master Lakeshma, who resided in the Great Awakening of Atlantis, in the first Great Awakening of Man, which is occurring now. So a lot of what is occurring in Atlantis mirrors what is occurring now in this Great Awakening that we are now going through. That is why she wishes to come through and to teach us about these new earth teachings. So today we have lovely Isabel facilitating. Hi, Isabel.
Hello.
And thank you all for joining today in this session. So without further ado, I'm going to go into trance now and bring forth Ascendant Master Lakeshma. And then after the session, we'll also have a little debrief as well, okay? So Isabel will also be reading out questions from other Patreon members also, okay? We'll see you on the other side. Hello, my dear one.
Hello, Lakeshma.
Hello, everybody that's watching this. I am Lakeshma coming through. It is my honor once again to come through in this way. What an exhilarating and exciting time to be alive. You are here in this time of great awakening. Never before have there been such a great awakening. Your very DNA is evolving, your consciousness is expanding. We have been with you, guiding you. And this is why many of us are coming through in this time continuum, because we are all excited for you. We've all been here watching out of love, guiding you to you all to be at this point of time in your time continuum. And it is with love that we assist you in bringing forth this guidance. This guidance is to allow you to go deeper, for you already have the answers, my dear ones. It is our intention to trigger a remembering, to guide you into your own inner journey, to remember all these knowings for yourself. And those watching this, you are called to remember your divinity, your God self. You are here because the remembering process has already started to occur. You are resonating with this information, seeing glimpses of what is to come, what is occurring, because you are remembering. So, welcome to your remembering. Welcome to this greater expansion of who you truly are. For you are truly advanced. For you to be here on earth in this time of great awakening just validates to you how powerful that you are. For you are here to transition into the new earth. And those watching, those resonate with these teachings, you are here to also embrace this light, embrace this knowing. With your vibrations, you shine a light upon the world, not only for yourself, but all around you, and all of human consciousness and beyond. You are assisting in the expansion process, just by you being the light. It is all within you, my dear ones. We are here to guide you further into that inner journey. But my dear ones, you already have all this information within you. It is your great awakening. It is the great remembering. And this is what enlightenment is. This is what ascension is. It's not about gaining new knowledge. It's about us triggering the processes for you to allow you to remember this for yourself. You are infinite intelligence. You are God. You have all the knowledge. It is about raising your vibration, tapping into who you truly are. And the answers you seek will be revealed to you. The steps in your journey will be revealed to you. This is the process. You are not limited. It is the opposite. Many of you believe you are limited and you want to gain knowledge, to gain an enlightenment, to gain more advancement. But my dear ones, you are already enlightened. You are already highly advanced. It is about going backwards, going inwards, letting go of what you think you know. Let it go. It's all from the inner knowing. It's not about intellectually knowing more information. Much information that you may read and the information that's out there is based on the vibration of whoever writes it. Much of it is stories. Much of it is not truth. But of course, if you're drawn to that, it is for your highest good. Just as you are drawn to these teachings, for whatever information that comes forth, it is for your highest good. And it's up to your perspective, how you take these words, how you interpret these words. It is about letting go of the conditioning, letting go of what you think you know, and start to live from the heart center. And this is where the inner knowing comes from. This is your connection to all that is. Your enlightenment ascension journey is about letting go of patterns that limit you. Let go of conditionings. Come from the knowing, and as you naturally do that, as you naturally let go of your fears, perspectives based in duality and fear, and as you do this, your vibration naturally rises, and then you align to your God self. And as you align to your God self, you will tap into your remembering, because your God's part of you is becoming more of you, because then you are living from the knowing and not from the limitations of the ego. It is all from within. Let go and live in the now, in the present moment, in the knowing. It is all there. You do not have to attain anything. You're already there, my dear ones. These teachings are here to allow you to remember that you are already there. You are already powerful. You are already advanced. And it's all now up to you to let go and allow this remembering to come into your conscious awareness. It is though you have amnesia and you have forgotten who you truly are. But you knew this coming here, that you would go through this journey of forgetting your power, forgetting your divinity, seeing yourself as separate. And those drawn to these teachings, you were now drawn to remember oneness and to remember your divinity. We are here to assist you on that journey, my dear ones.
Thank you, Lakeshma.
Oh, it's my pleasure, my dear ones. It is our honor to be here. What would you like to discuss today, my dear one?
We have some questions from some members. We pull them up. Okay. One of the questions is, can you tell us of a role of a family unit that plays in the new earth and challenges of raising children while devoting much time being a light worker? Did you get that? Do you want me to read that again?
Yes, my dear one.
Okay. Dear Lakeshma, tell us of a role of a family unit plays in New Earth and challenges of raising children while devoting much time being a light worker.
It is about letting go of the very concept of a role in the new earth, which is now upon you. It's about letting go of identity, letting go of who you think you are, your role as a mother, your role as a provider. You do not have to sacrifice one thing for the other, for it is all assisting you to be more aligned to oneness. My dear one, if you're worried about having the time to work on your light work projects while raising your child, then there is abundance, limiting beliefs there. The abundance of time will come to you to allow you to do all that you desire and that all you attended pre-birth. We know, and this is very challenging for many of you, the role of a mother. You have many expectations as a mother, expectations of what society will see you, how you see yourself, how your family will see yourself as a mother. And through social conditioning, you are taught in these belief systems that limit you, that you need to do certain things to raise your child. You need to spend a certain amount of activities with this child. But my dear ones, they are more highly advanced than you. Your children are at a higher vibration. The role of a family is beyond your bloodline. As you move into oneness, your family becomes the human family. And once you can see that you are part of the human family, you'll be able to see the concept and reach that higher perspective that you are one with also your galactic brothers and sisters, that you are one. It is a process. At this time of development in the human consciousness, the oneness, the togetherness has been only associated with romantic partners and sometimes expanding into families. But you are more than this. The role is to see that you are one. Yes, your daughter is your family, but so is your next door neighbors. So is your brothers and sisters from another country. So is the birds and the bees and the trees. It is all family. You do not have to worry about what it would look like. You have not reached that vibration where you can conceive the picture of what it would look like. All you need to know is that, yes, it will look very different to what is in the consciousness now. But it will not be scary because you will be at a vibration of more of love, and you'll be able to let go of roles and identities and anxieties. It'll be a comfortable transition. So now in this time continuum, at this current stage of your consciousness, during this transition, practice letting go of roles and how you should be a mother and how you should be a light worker. For any perceptions of how you should be running things is limited. All of you, it's limiting for you to see things as though you should be doing these things. You should be doing nothing but being in the present moment and acting in the moment when you receive guidance. We understand there are many habits in your consciousness. We understand there are certain rules and regulations in your society about how to be a mother, how to live your life, we would say. The new earth is here and things are shifting. My dear one, you will have the abundance of time to work on your missions here, what you chose to explore, and be the mother to your child in which you chose pre-birth. Your daughter chose you as her mother. So you know all that you are doing is always for her highest good. Everything that you do is for your highest good. You can do no wrong, my dear. My dear one, be in the present moment and you will receive the guidance to take certain actions. These actions could be new to you, for these actions may not be habitual. And we know that many of you can fall into these habitual patterns. But you can break free of this. The new earth is about not living from here, living in the present knowing. And to do so is to be in the present moment. If you're inspired to raise your child in a certain way, if you're inspired to be a light worker and do certain activities in a certain way, then it's always for the highest good and you do not have to worry about the outcome. You know that whatever is occurring, it's for the highest good. So the role of family is beyond your bloodlines. This will be shifting in the new earth. As oneness becomes more ingrained in your conscious awareness, for you are already one, but you do not know this on a conscious level. Some of you can conceptualize this. Some of you have this as an idea. But many of you are not living this because it is just an idea in here and it's not here as yet. And that is okay. It is a transition. There is much habitual patterns in the consciousness. My dear ones, family is one. Family is all your brothers and sisters. As there is more love than fear on Gaia, your family will be extended. The rules and regulations and the unspoken dynamics of family systems will be expanded. And how beautiful is that? That you are no longer limited by family dynamics and roles that you place on yourself or society places on yourself. You are much more than these roles and identities. Your children are here to expand you. My dear ones, it's oneness in the new earth. Oneness will be recognized. Of course, it will take time. There is much fear in the consciousness. But you are at a vibration now where you are transitioning this. You're moving into a state of oneness. You are moving out of duality, where separation lies. And of course, many of you fall back into duality, and that is okay. Knowing, having this knowledge is the first step, and it will trigger a remembering within you. These rememberings will come into your conscious awareness once you're in the present moment. If you're able to be in the present moment, you'll be able to easily access this information and this guidance. And this is why we say being in the present moment is the most important aspect of your journey. For any new information, for any knowings, unlocking more of who you truly are, it is all revealed to you in the present moment from being in the heart center. And how exciting is this? Is to see all your brothers and sisters all around the world as one, as family. This will occur, my dear ones. What a beautiful sight that is. Thank you for a beautiful question, my dear.
Thank you. So I have another question from another member. Can you please clarify what new earth version of the Atlantean priestess are working on currently and in the future? What is the personal journey to take in order to connect with Gaia's ley lines? And how is our Kundalini awakening related to the ley lines? There's 3 questions in there.
Can you please repeat the priestess?
Yep.
Section.
Can you clarify what new earth version of Atlantean priestess are working on currently and in the future?
Well, many of you that are drawn to these teachings, especially my teachings, you have a special resonance with Atlantis, my dear ones. So as you, as light workers, in this time of great awakening, many of you have come from origins of priests and priestesses. This is the light worker journey. Those of you called to these teachings have lived lives. You are multidimensional. You are living in an expanded way, and you are here to bring forth the light for yourself and for others. You do not have to do any grand mission. Just by you holding the light, you change the frequency of those around you, mighty ones. But yes, the rise of Atlantis is here once again, and many of you from this era is coming forth because of the great awakening of man. Of course, Atlantis was a large civilization, and it occurred through many different timelines, and it went through many different experiences of contrast and light. and love. But there was also darkness, as every civilization goes through expansion. To expand a civilization goes through times of darkness. And this is what has always occurred. Periods of darkness and then periods of light will occur as a result. These are cycles of your universe. And all civilizations go through these changes. My dear ones, this time of great awakening, those of you that are here, drawn to these teachings, you have all held roles in leadership, in holding this knowledge. As a light worker, you've held a similar role for many lives. For as you live in your multidimensional lives, you bring forth this knowledge, these learnings into your divine blueprint, and then the other lives you are living, it comes up into your conscious awareness, into your remembering in divine time, to use these teachings, to use these knowings to help others in your new worlds, in your new society. This is the role of the light worker. You may see yourself as simple and not doing any advanced activities, not doing any advanced roles. And my dear one, the fact that you are drawn to these teachings validates to you that you are powerful and that you've had these roles and that you have this role again if you so choose. So yes, much of the Atlantean, you would say, the people who resided on Atlantis, who played these roles of expansion, who assisted in the expansion, who held this knowledge, are coming forth to assist in this great awakening. And how exciting is that? It is not just only Atlantis, all the great civilizations, Egypt and all other civilizations, all people in the roles that have been a place of holding such knowledge is coming forth now. This is why many of you are being activated. Many of you are just coming across new abilities. Some of them are coming across very rapidly. It is because you are accelerating greatly and you are accessing your divine blueprint, and it is the right divine time for you to bring forth these knowings and these teachings that are within you. Yes, you are all one, but you are also unique. And through your multidimensional lives, you hold this sacred information in your divine blueprint of all the lives you have lived and are living. My dear one, so my dear one, everything is multidimensional. You, as an Atlantean priestess, was at a different vibration that you are now. Can't you see? Because all is expanding. And that is with all of us, all of you. No matter how many lives you've lived or the lives you have lived and the roles that you played, you being here is more expanded than how you've ever been. Of course, you may perceive times of great civilizations and you see that it was more advanced in this time. But my dear ones, your consciousness is always expanding, not contrasting. Yes, in the civilization, it might seem as though it is going backwards. But that's because the civilizations go through this contrast. And my dear ones, you chose it. You intended to expand by going through contrast. This is how you expand. Your vibration is always increasing. So all the versions of you that you've lived in these positions, if you so choose, and if it is your mission to come forth and play a similar role, then it will be more an expanded role than how it's ever been, my dear one. You do not have to go back into your perceived past. For when you're vibrationally ready, it will activate the rememberings within you of this knowledge, but it will come forth in a more expanded way because you have lived many other lives since this time. And with each life that you are living, and as you are multidimensional, you expand. And these knowings are within you. When you are ready, they will be remembered.
Lakeshma, so I do remember, like, I remember the palace, and I remember teaching, and like, I know I'm to teach again the school, you know, and it's interesting, and I'm like, I'm supposed to create the modern day Atlantis. I'm supposed to create like a Jedi school, you know, and teach psychic abilities and ignite that within people. And I'm like, I wonder if they did a small little exercise with children. Like if they did like a concentration exercise, you know, like I remember learning the memory game. So Lakeshma, the memory game is you take a bunch of cards with a bunch of pictures. Like you would have 2 apples, and you would have 2 pairs of shoes, and you would have 2 books. You would mess up the cards all around, and then you would flip one card, and then you would find the apple, and you would flip the next card, and it would be the shoe. And then you would have to remember where the shoe was. And then that's how you'd win the memory game. And I think we did something like that to concentrate and focus the psychic ability.
My D1 is not a remembering. It's not a memory. It's a knowing. It's a practicing
Right.
knowing. But yes, my D1s, in my time of Atlantis, and I've shown Kimberley many images of this, the children were fully aware of our galactic brothers and sisters, of the beings of the light, of the non-physical realms. It was part of their curriculum for them to access and interact with these beings. They were taught that they could access this infinite intelligence by connecting to who they are. It was a very different system that is now on your earth. But of course, this needed to happen to birth new passions, to bring forth these new desires. For these desires have always been with you, but it is the right divine time in the human collective consciousness to bring forth these ways, as it is the Great Awakening. And so the children born onto the earth are at a much higher vibration than there's ever been. And as such, the teachings, the schooling needs to match their new higher vibration. The old ways of schooling no longer resonates to their high vibration. The schooling systems that you see on your earth are based on old paradigms. They are based in controlling the conditions. They are based in fear. Of course, at the time of its creation, the intention was for it to assist. But my dear ones, the system is outdated, as many of you know, and is not allowing them to tap into their true potential. But you as the mother, you as the light workers, can assist them in what the school cannot. But yes, the school system is shifting, and how exciting it is that you will be a part of it. And many of you are inspired to tap into this knowledge and this remembering. And this is why Atlantis went through this great awakening. It was the process, and is the process that's mirroring here on Earth, with the knowings of our galactic brothers and sisters and the beings of the light, being in conscious awareness of the society. We were able to use this knowledge. We were able to use the technologies. We were able to communicate openly. And this allowed us to expand greatly, not just our consciousness, but our civilization. It is all but one step. You have already received steps. And because you are able to be in the present moment and you are able to push through fear, you are able to embrace these steps instead of rejecting these steps. For many people could receive steps and reject it. It might sound crazy. They might not see themselves as worthy for this, but you have reached a vibration in your worthiness and self-love and acceptance that you are able to receive these rememberings, and you are able to act one step at a time in these steps. And you are able to be in the present moment because you know the next step will occur when it is the right time. And this is how it works. If you're meant to do a certain role and explore a certain theme here, it will be revealed to you when you're ready. That's all you need to do, is be in the present moment. Work on the vibration. And when we say work on the vibration, it is not really work. It is about just choosing higher perspectives, choosing a perspective based in love as opposed to fear, as being aware of your limited belief systems and how you see yourself. Once you can gauge this and have awareness about this, you can shift it. Shift it into love. Transmute all fear into love, because that's who you truly are. And it was beautiful, my dear ones. The children playing with the beings of the light and the galactic brothers and sisters as they walked on our earth, tapping into this infinite intelligence. Much more creative avenues could be reached because of this. Much more development was occurred because of this. How exciting is that? That it is now being mirrored here on Gaia and this time continuum, and that a similar process will occur.
Yes, I'm very excited. As Auroral, but my Arcturian friend who was with me in Atlantis, like we're in touch, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm excited. So it's so interesting, Lakeshma, and thanks for sharing, your journey when it was awakening for you, And I love the guidance. Like, you never do anything alone. You're totally guided every moment of the way. Such a loving way, like best friends. And it's funny because, like, there's so many programs still going on, Lakeshma, inside of me, like duality and the judgment and, and then, I hear you and you're just so loving, like, it's okay. It's a moment. It's, it will pass. It's okay. And it is one step at a time, and seeing everything as perfect, which is funny because we're really taught not to see everything as perfect. And to undo that, it's a lot of fun.
It's supposed to be fun. Although
scary, but fun.
Yes, many of you find this challenging, but it's supposed to be a game. It is an expansion game. You came here to expand not only yourself, but those of you drawn to these teachings are here to expand others. Just by you simply being the light, due to your vibration, you are changing the dynamics. You are changing the frequency of your brothers and sisters, for there is no separation. In the human collective of one person shifts, it shifts all. There is no separation. For you to greatly expand others is to greatly expand yourself. By you doing this, you naturally expand the collective consciousness. This is the most important role you can do in the expansion of the collective consciousness. It is about self-expansion. And then once you go through these steps and these processes, you will receive inspiration to take further action if you chose to explore it here. So all you need to do is go within and focus on your own journey until the further steps arrive for you.
Thank you,
Fabulous,
Lakeshma.
that is. Of course, my team.
And you know what, Lakeshma, not on purpose, but a lot of Atlantean kind of information is coming my way, and I'm, I read, the information and the society, and so it's so cool. It's just, and I see it. I can so see how we're getting there, and how it will be here, and it's so magical, and it's just so loving, It's just so nice, and to be connected to all that is, and share energy. And like when you were talking about, like, when I greatly expand the consciousness, which is like a great side benefit. But I was thinking how, like, everything's in waves, like it resonates. Like when I emit a frequency, and my frequency touches other people's frequency, and it literally goes far and wide. And that's that's like kind of cool, and what an honor it is to be, it's a bliss for me, but what an honor it is to expand. Like, what a great system.
And that is oneness.
Yeah.
As the new earth goes further into the state of oneness, you will be able to see this for yourself. It will no longer be a concept. You'll be able to live it. The new earth is the new Atlantis. It is also the new Egypt, or it is all the great civilizations.
Mm-hmm.
It is these teachings that are from all these civilizations. They're here to assist you in the expansion of your consciousness, and the very human DNA, the human kind is changing. The very body is changing. For all the great knowledge and wisdom from all the great civilizations will result in a further development of the new earth. The new earth is already here. You've already entered it. And my dear one, you are tapping into the ancient knowledge and wisdom of Atlantis due to your origins, and others who also play a part in the new earth, which is all of you light workers. You may be drawing on wisdom from other great civilizations. But my dear ones, know that you are advanced. Know that you are these leaders. You have a choice, of course, to shine your light and to undertake what you chose here to explore. Your true intentions. But you always have a choice. You might have a choice just to be witness to it and to raise your vibration to affect all of the collective consciousness and sit back and allow it all to flow. Or you may have a desire to go out there and do actual tasks in your society. It is all up to you. It'll all be revealed to you in your remembering. Did you have any other questions today? I believe you read out some more questions previously.
You and I are thinking the same way, Lakeshma. All right. What is the personal journey in order to connect with Gaia's ley lines. Now, which I know you're going to say go within, but the ley lines of Gaia is, everything is a microcosm, right, Lakeshma? Like, we have ley lines within our body, Earth has ley lines, the universe, like, it just goes out and out and out and out. And those ley lines is a current of energy.
Yes, my dear ones, you are a microcosm. As you are a microcosm to Gaia, you are a microcosm of also the energy impulses, the heartbeat of all that is. The heartbeat of all that is, it resides on Gaia and the universe and all that is. Yes, these ley lines in your human terminology have always existed as a creation of Gaia, for it is the energy streams that is within your very human body. Yes, it is a microcosm. And these streams of consciousness assist in the expansion of Gaia and all its inhabitants. And many of your ancient cultures are still very closely connected to ley lines and the knowledge and wisdom around ley lines. But many of you, since you've not been in touch closely with Gaia, you have forgotten this wisdom, but your ancestors hold this knowledge. And many of you have lived many lives and have access to this knowledge. If you feel called to work on the grid lines, the steps are to connect with Gaia. For it is Gaia's energy currents. It works with the Gaia's chakra systems in your terminology. As you have chakras in your terminology, and you have streams of energy and chi and prana, life force energy, however you like to call it, as these energy flows already through your entire being, energizing you, revitalizing you, keeping you alive and connected to all that is. It is also reflected in Gaia. If you were drawn to this, connect with Gaia. Connect to the elements of Gaia. For by you connecting more to Gaia, you are able to connect into Gaia's heartbeat. When we say go within, you are connecting to your heartbeat and the heartbeat of all that is and your brothers and sisters. This can also be expanded by tapping into the heartbeat of Gaia and all that is. But for you to focus, once you've gone through the journey of connecting to your own heartbeat and connection of all that is, then you are ready to connect to the heartbeat of Gaia. By connecting to the heartbeat of Gaia is to go within, but to go within and use the senses of Gaia, connect, experiment, connect with the waters, with the trees, with the mountains, whatever you feel called to do. If you have a calling to do this, you may already have a calling to spend time in nature. We would say practice connecting to Gaia. Feel with all your senses. Experience Gaia in all the elements with all your senses. Feel the air on your face. Smell the air. Touch the tree. Feel the energy transferring into your hands, to your body. Practice using all your senses. You will be guided every step of the way. Gaia is perfect. Gaia does not have to be healed, for Gaia is an aspect of all that is. It is one. As you are perfect, so is Gaia. But if you have a calling to assist in the grid works, you have a calling to assist in the expansion of consciousness on Gaia. It is not to make Gaia better or to make the inhabitants better, for it's already perfect. You are just here to facilitate more of the energy flow to assist in greater awakening and expansion of all Gaia's inhabitants. But to do so, it is for you to be the vessel, for you to be a vessel of life force energy. To do so, it is to practice connecting to the heartbeat of all that is. For you will be a vessel, a conductor of this life force energy, and your life force energy will connect to Gaia and the ley lines. But you inhabiting Gaia, you are already expanding Gaia because you're all that is. To be a grid worker in your terminology is a specific role, we would say, a very unique role.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have this calling to have this unique role, it's because you've done this many lives over. You are not new to this. It is about remembering which step to take. Connecting to the heartbeat of Gaia, it is first about connecting to the heartbeat of who you are. Is to be in conscious awareness, to realize that you are Gaia, that you are one. And this will allow you to be less resistant to the role as a good worker, to allow you to unlock more of your mission, and to allow you to tap into the powers within, to allow you to facilitate greater expansion in these ley lines. For energies are always flowing. Universal life force energy flows throughout all that is. It flows through you. It flows through all of Gaia. You as a good grid worker can anchor this life force energy into certain areas to assist in expansion. How exciting is that?
Yep. Moving energy. Yep.
It's all about movement. It is not about making something better or more advanced. It is about facilitating the energy flow. And it's not just for others, it is for you. If it is your purpose, these actions, this role will assist in your greater expansion. There are reasons for everything. There is a reason why you feel called to this role. And it's not about the end result. It is not about you seeing yourself as this person and having the end result. It is the journey. It is what will occur in your journey to this position, in your terminology. It is the journey to be there that will allow you to be in great expansion and to connect with all that is through the journey. There is no end goal here. But we say, if you're called to this position, practice connecting with Gaia. Allow it to flow through you, the energy, the wisdom. Let Gaia speak to you. Immerse yourself in Gaia. Experiment with all the elements. For Gaia is source. You are source. You are born of Gaia. You are born of source. You are source and you are Gaia. And you are all that is. You are one. Immerse yourself in Gaia and you will receive the next step. But we say it's not just about focusing on that mission. For you to facilitate that mission, it is about connecting with the heartbeat within. It is a microcosm. Work on the heartbeat, connecting with your own heartbeat, and then you are more easily able to connect with the heartbeat of Gaia and all that is. You are all one. And how exciting is this journey for you? Be in the present moment and you receive each step. Energy is everywhere. Energy flows throughout all that is. The ley lines, the earth chakras in your terminology, allows more higher vibrations from oneness to come forth onto Gaia's planes and to assist you. From all that is, from your galactic brothers and sisters. It is all working in unison together for the greater expansion of all that is. You are energy. All that exists is energy, and all energy flows. How beautiful it is that you are remembering more of why you were here.
It is. It's really exciting. And I think others are remembering too, Lakeshma. You know, it's neat. It's very neat. Yeah.
If you have a calling, it is because you are remembering why you were here.
Right. Or you're interested. Right.
It is not a new passion. It is nothing new. It was always been there. You were born onto the world already with this intention, if it is a true calling for you in your terminology. For you've done it many times before, and you've chosen to come here to co-create once more an expansion and bring forth of the new world. All of you drawn to these teachings are light workers and are all playing specific missions. You all have intentions, pre-birth intentions. And it's up to you whether you allow yourself to let go and allow that to come to your remembering. For it will unfold most magnificently if you let go and allow it to come into your conscious awareness. I know it sounds simple, but by doing so, you must go through your inner journey. You must go through much contrast. But there is still much fears, limiting beliefs in the human consciousness and in your perceived individual conscious. But this is why you're here, and you are powerful. You would not be here if you did not know, if you did not were able to overcome. You are able to overcome. You saw this as a challenge. You knew it would be a challenge, but you knew you'd be able to overcome because you are advanced. And all these challenges allows you to remember just how powerful you are. How exciting it is to be alive. Once again, great civilization is upon us. We have now entered into it. For where the human race will be, you cannot even conceive. Everything is shifting and expanding into oneness. It's the most greatest time to be alive. Right here, right now. Was there any other questions before I finish today?
No, that's it. Thank you, Lakeshma.
Remember that I love you and that you are all one.
I love you too.
Farewell, my dear ones. You are always connected. Connect with your brothers and sisters, with the elements of Gaia, and you will go through the journey of remembering why you are here. Farewell. Hello. How did you find the session?
Wonderful. I love Lakeshma. She's awesome.
So do I. Was there anything that stood out to you in the session?
Do you remember her talking about the ley lines?
Yeah.
That was interesting. And I think that's for a couple of our members. And And I just thought, like, you know, how we're remembering our, I don't know, I guess, I mean, she uses the word missions, but we're remembering, you know, what we need, what we want to do.
Yeah.
Talked about the schools and the memory game, and like a lot of concentration kind of games to focus psychic energy, because but it was interesting how she said that, you know, they knew they were already connected within, they already knew multi-dimensions, and there was so much more, where a lot of people, they don't even realize that they're a multi-dimensional being. They don't even know they're eternal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like that, but like anyone being born in the Atlantean time, they knew that. They knew that they were eternal. Like that wasn't like, oh, I'm eternal. You know, they weren't shocked. So I don't know. I like when she, even I like it when Yeshua does that, like, you know, from their perspective at that time.
Yeah.
Because it's a reflection of where we'll be.
And I do remember her saying that it's not just Atlantis, but it's, I think she said what, like
Egypt.
many
all
civilizations.
Yeah.
So it's not just Atlantis, but it does mirror their, I guess, their ascension progress. That's why it mirrors very closely to what's occurring now. That's why she mentions a lot. But all that wisdom from all those ancient cultures is coming forth now.
Mm-hmm.
It's very exciting.
Well, because, you know, you and I have the Egyptian connection and the Atlantis connection. Like, I know I've been, well, because I've had past life regressions, but, you know, it's always Atlantean lives, you know. But I also know from other sessions, I've been in Egypt too. So, yeah, no, it's interesting.
It is all very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for facilitating today. And thank you all for watching. If you want to know more about me and the Beings of the Light, just visit our website at www.beingsofthelight.com. I also welcome you to join our communities. We have a Patreon community. We have, you know, a Facebook page. We have a Facebook community, Beings of the Light with Kimberley community. Yes, and of course we've got our YouTube channel. We upload many public videos there. So if you feel so inspired, you can subscribe there so you don't miss out on any videos also. Okay, well, thank you all for watching. Love and light. Until next time.
Bye.
See you later.